Howdy, ho. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Herms House. I am your host, Herm.
Did you have to think about your name for
No,
a
I was
second?
doing the, what do you call it? Pause. Herm.
Oh,
It's called theatrics, bro. Read a book.
well, I
Anyways,
don't know what.
before I was so rudely interrupted by my gorgeous wife and co-host, Miss Christine. That's my co-host, Miss Christine, gorgeous wife. How you doing?
Hello, I'm here. I'm here to help you out in there.
Y'all help judge.
Well, yeah, I can judge. I'm
Sure.
allowed to judge.
You thought I forgot my name?
You did.
I've had it my
You
whole
took a
life.
second. You were like, you questioned it.
I was doing it. Anyways,
Well, I didn't see your arm either. I
well,
think I'm
it's
not.
probably.
In my view, I can't see your arm. And I was like, wait, did you see something? Is there something up there? Did I miss something?
Did you get scared?
No.
Is that what happened?
No.
You said, spiders.
No. You're the one that's afraid of spiders.
That's a lie. Why are you always making up stories on this thing?
I'm pretty sure I posted a video of you freaking out about a spider.
Sure.
Hmm.
That's a lie.
I think I have like several videos.
I feel like I took a video of me not freaking out about a spider, just notifying you guys that while I was exposed, that spider happened to join me in the bathroom, and I didn't have the opportunity to just, move.
Sure, you could have.
I shared an entire little, what would you call it? A little post.
Well, it was a story on your Snapchat.
Yeah.
And then you didn't download it. And I'm like, how did you not download it? That was like common gold.
Luckily, my buddy did. So we have it.
Yeah, you're getting better at keeping your content
I am.
And recording. And if you haven't checked it out yet, Herms Fun Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herms, I have the funnest
Welcome
of
to
all
my world.
facts.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, it's pretty
Constantly hearing the fun facts. It was like, look, you can make money out of this. You turn it into gold right here, right now.
Yeah.
Record it.
So far, like 4 people have watched it, but I'm...
Get people learning.
Hey, you're welcome.
If you teach one person in the world today, that's all that matters.
It's good philosophy.
That's what I'm saying.
Teach a man to fish, and then you're going to go hunting. Or something like that. You got it, right, babe?
Oh, see, that's your thing. I was like, that sounds right.
Nope. That one was wrong on purpose. But anyway, how about we switch it over for our favorite time of the podcast?
Oh, man, I forget we do this.
What do you mean
you forget we've been doing this? I thought we were just going to roll. I thought it even wasn't going to be a thing today.
It's been a thing almost every other time since football season started.
Fine.
I'm just saying.
It's a thing.
All right.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay, so this one's going to start out very somber, all right? Because as many of you know, the Dallas Cowboys are not looking good. I know. What else is new?
Shocker.
Hey, relax, bro. This is my minute. It's rough to keep following a team that is just not any good.
It's funny because your hat looks like it's sad too.
It is. It's sad. It is. And the worst part about it is we also have my football team, my Gordy's little flag team, who also lost. But I wanted to spend most of this time giving them props because this last week we lost by 1 touchdown, but we fought to the very end. Gordy is finally starting to get upset with me because I'm pulling him from games, but I'm only doing it because I have to get other kids into the games, and I'm trying to be that coach that, everybody gets to play, we're all having fun. But to my Vail Vikings, flag purple, you guys are the best. Love you. That's it. And I'm back. Anywho, yeah. So as we started, after all my football minutes, basically getting right back into football.
I feel like that was like 3 minutes.
It wasn't. It was exact. I have the timer, and if you know me, I'm very good with time, and that's what I look at. So, but transitioning over, we did have another football game with Gordy, and he's just getting to the point now where I think he's just being a jerk because he's like, I don't like football. It's boring. But then when I pull him off the field, I'm like, all right, Gordy, you can go. I'll grab another kid and be like, going for Gordy. And Gordy comes out and he's like, dude, what are you doing?
He got really mad at you last time.
Yeah, he was upset. Again, he didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't pulling him for, you messed up so I could put somebody else in, which is a lot of the times the case when you pull a kid. And no, this time I always tell my kids after they get their minimum plays, if you want to play some more, I need you on my hip. I need you right there. And this past game was the first time ever that everybody that was on the bench was on my hip. And by on my hip, obviously, I mean just stand next to me. But
right. They're all into it. It's great to see.
It's
a different energy for sure.
Definitely a different energy.
I think that's what you ask for at the beginning of the season to the end of the season.
Correct.
If you can improve on anything, and I think that is truly what you improved on. It just shows like the boys are already out there wanting to play, wanting to go out there. A lot of the kids that weren't paying attention, didn't really care, all of a sudden are caring and wanting to be out there. So I think that's really good to show.
Even the ones that are like getting their butts kicked out there, because some of them are smaller, some of them are, we're playing bigger kids on the team, and they're getting pushed around. I mean, I got one kid, he's getting pushed around and he jumps right back up, and it's as a coach, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I've always told all my parents that I coach, if I was good at this coaching thing, people would pay me for it. That's why I volunteer and do it for free. So I do my best with my knowledge and my experience and the things that I know to try to make these kids better. And if the only thing that I do is make the kid actually like football at the end of the season and he's not better, at least I did something. Yeah. And I think this year, me and all my coaches, we've done a really good job at keeping that fire burnt, and they're, actually enjoying this sport. Hopefully the ones that are eligible to come back next year to our team actually come back. And that'll be, I think that's kind of the biggest honor to say, no, you're going back to Coach Herm's team, and, actually sign them up and requesting us as a staff. So time will tell, but we had a lot of fun this past Saturday with Gordy and his football team. Yeah,
it was really good. It was really fun to watch, like being on the sideline after I do all my play counts and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Just being.
It's so hard for me because you don't usually hang out over there with the coach's speech when we give, at the end of the game and we sit them down. I was so proud of them. I started getting choked up.
Oh.
And I didn't want to because, I'm tough. I'm, the strongest guy.
No, I think that's so important.
No. They don't get it.
No,
they're 6. They're just like, why is Coach Herm?
No, but if they see that you can get emotional, then it's okay to be emotional. And
the world that I live in, everybody has to be tough, and I don't. And exactly. I do very often tell them, hey, we don't cry on the football field. That's it. I know it hurts. We're going to figure it out, but we don't cry on the football field. And
sure.
Yeah. So
unless you're injured, because then that's a different story, and it hurts.
I didn't cry on the football field when I broke my ankle.
There we go.
Remember I told you that story?
I do remember that story.
Just saying.
But yeah, it's cute. I think it's so much fun. The season's coming to an end. Bittersweet because the kids are cute. The families this year were amazing.
Sweeter than bitter.
But yeah, time to move on to the next thing. Which, a football season isn't over completely. Just
for us.
Yeah, just for that.
We have 8 games.
Still playing. But yeah, I would like to keep it on football for the first time in forever.
Why?
Because I have a bone to pick.
Nope. We're not going to do this.
I have a bone to pick.
It's not real.
But I do. I let you talk your minute. So
go ahead. Give me your fantasy football minute, because I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, fantasy football. It was Herm versus me this last week.
Who won?
You did, because you sabotaged me.
That's the
reason? Sabotaged my team.
Go ahead.
You told me to take out players and put things in.
Don't
you told me to move them around and
don't you be plural.
The team and the people and the things we put in were trash. You sabotaged me this week.
We don't have room for hyperbole.
Sabotage. If I would have left in who I had and you didn't say, "Hey, go change your roster," I would have been just fine.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I probably would have won.
What was the point difference from?
I didn't even look, because all I know is I had negative points on something you told me to pick.
Defense.
Negative points.
I also didn't tell you to pick that defense.
Sabotage.
All right, for those of you that aren't,
sabotage.
Fantasy football is a pretend game.
I think everybody knows what fantasy football
Not everybody.
is.
I bet you if you ask my mom, she'll be like, I don't know. She's our biggest listener, so I'm going to explain it to her.
Yeah, let's explain it.
It's you pick a bunch of players that play on different teams, but they're on your team, right?
You manage.
Yeah, you manage your football team, and literally you just put players in and take players out. And however they do on their real game, where they get paid millions and millions of dollars to play and, actually get hurt and all those things, we just take their stats and be like, boom, points for me, right? I usually don't even tell you to do anything. I ignore you completely whenever we play each other, because we often are in the same league because I make you join our leagues. So
yeah, my team is literally forced to be here.
That was
I don't know if I said that already.
Yeah, it's the name of her.
My team name
fantasy.
is Forced to be here.
Anyway,
it's an angry woman in a cowboy shirt.
And I told
Is
her,
what I am every Sunday.
hey, same. The thing is, I did give her a bit of advice this last time. I said, if I were you, I would change your defense. She had a defense that was projected to be
And then
very bad.
the defense
I didn't
played
tell you to
like
pick.
garbage.
No.
Yes, you did. I asked, is this one good? And you said yes.
I said, all I'm going to tell you to do is change it.
No, that's BS.
I said, all I'm going to tell you to do is change it.
Yeah. Well,
So with that
anyways,
said, let's be fair. I beat you
Listen.
by 40 points, and the defense that I told you to pull out,
listen, Linda.
they got 3 more points
Listen,
than their
Linda.
negative score. Get out of here. They were at 2.5.
Sabotage. You did some hippy dippy football juju.
Hippy dippy and
Voodoo,
football don't usually.
Whatever it is that you did.
Yep.
But listen here, mister.
I'm listening.
You may have won the battle,
I did.
but I will win the war.
You're implying here
That I'm going to win.
On our wonderful
The
podcast
war.
that you're going to win what?
The war.
What exactly is the war?
Fantasy football.
You're going to win the league.
I'm going to win it.
You're going to win the league, or you're
I'm
going to have a
saying
better
it right
record than
now.
I am?
Both.
We're going to bet on it?
Nah. I don't do bets. I don't do bets. I'm humble.
I could tell. It seethes from you. The humbleness is just.
I can't do bets, and I don't know how you do bets.
I do bets all the time.
Because I feel like it jinxes.
I got a bet right now with
it's gonna
Coach Mitch.
jinx me. I don't
We're playing.
talk trash.
Oh yeah.
I don't do any of that stuff.
I'm gonna flip him off every time. I'm gonna send a picture of a little finger every time one of his players scores a touchdown.
No, I don't do that.
Yep.
I just play.
Hopefully I win. We're both undefeated, 3-0.
You know, I just want them all to have fun.
Yeah.
All of them.
We don't play this game for fun.
It's
mean,
hard.
we do.
It's hard. So, like, I was born with a competitive soul.
Yeah.
Like, to the core competitive. Growing up, like, I had to beat everybody. Everybody. Like, I had to be the best, even in front of the boys. I'd kick the boys' butts.
Yeah.
And
They were
as I
like
got a
mine.
little bit older, and I wasn't the best on the field all the time, and things weren't really working out, the guys were getting bigger and stronger, and I was like, this is some BS. So then I was like, you know what, I got to change my mindset. I can't be competitive anymore. And so, like, I stopped being competitive because I think I stopped putting so much emotion into, like, competing. And I was like, you know what, it's okay. It's okay if we win or lose. But deep down inside, if I lost, I was so upset, and I wanted to win so bad. But I had to, like, not let those emotions overflow through me, because they used to get bad when I was younger.
Yeah. You get all mad.
I get mad.
Just walk around all
or
pouty.
sad.
It's like whenever the Cowboys lose, and I'm just like, stop talking to me. And then
So I
people
had to,
text
like,
me.
get control of those big emotions and be like, no, it's okay. But deep down, I'm so competitive. I want to win.
Also, for all my friends that are sending me, that actually watch this or listen to this, that are sending me reels and memes of how the Cowboys suck, I've already seen it. You're not showing me anything new. It's probably the 18th time someone else has sent it to me. And I'm just going to laugh at it, and I'm going to thumbs up it, and I'm just going to be like, okay, whatever. But just letting you know, I do it to myself. I've already seen it. Like you said last time, whenever they traded Micah
Last
Parsons,
episode, yeah.
and I'm scrolling through, like, looking at your ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend through their Instagram posts.
But he's not very good looking, so it's okay.
I don't think, you know what?
Babe,
If we're going to base it on, like,
They're
not good
It's
looking,
ugly. It's so ugly.
they are terrible, but they're winning, and we're not.
I don't care if they're winning. It's how they look.
Oh, see, at that part, I do.
It's how they look.
We'll go with that, but it's not. We'll go with
Sure.
that. Sure.
Sure.
I like it.
But I'm done talking about football.
Oh, yeah. Oh, why?
Because I lost, and I hate it, and I'm mad, and I'm admitting it now.
Yes. To me.
Whatever.
Anyway. Yeah, tell me that. You said you had a story for me that you were going to tell me about when you were hanging out with some dude or something.
I wasn't hanging out with some dude.
That's not how I heard it.
No.
That's not how I heard it.
So, like, if you've seen me in public, or you know me for the majority, when you first meet me, or when you're first getting to know me, I'm very quiet. I'm an observer. I watch. I try to check out the room. I try to find a safe spot, like who seems easy to talk to, or like who seems nice. Just those things, right? I'm watching. And I've been told that I have an RBF. So while I'm doing this and checking out the crowd.
For those that don't know, it's a resting, beautiful face. That is what you have.
Yes. Beautiful face. No, it's the BI.
Blank, blank, blank.
T.
Okay, you don't have to keep going. They get it.
Yeah, that face.
See.
And so, which is funny because I'm not a mean person. I'm actually quite pleasant and nice. I would have to say, I can talk some trash. That's for sure. Why are you looking like that?
I'm not. It's the way I look.
Uh huh. Uh huh. You got something to say? Got something to say?
Not anymore. I did.
Anyways, so I'm in line at
I was
Starbucks,
gonna say you
and
were saying how nice you were. Go ahead,
I
keep going.
know. I'm in line at Starbucks, and I do my best to just
Standing in line. You're not going through the drive-through.
no, I'm
Yeah,
standing in line.
gotcha.
I went into the fries. This is before my hair appointment, and I was looking down or just looking away. I usually get into my phone, right? So people don't talk to me, especially if people are coming into line, whatever. I'm so sorry. I'm so antisocial. I know it. I've been telling myself I got to be more social and talk to people in line. I mean, it's good for the podcast, right? To like talk to people. However, it's easier for me to talk to people when you're around because you can carry a
Because
conversation.
I'm also the one that's talking to him to begin with.
Yes. So I'm standing there and I get a tap on my shoulder. A tap on my shoulder. And I'm like, that's new. People don't. Maybe there's something on my face. And I turned around. It's this guy in his black collared zipper shirt.
With a zipper.
That zipper instead of little buttons, it's a zipper
It's adorable.
with a little like silver ring circle on the zipper. You know what shirt? You can imagine it, right? The shirt. Anyways, um,
Probably from a store that I don't shop at.
yeah. I mean, he's got to be a little bit older than me. I'd have to say. And he goes, "Is it hard? Is it difficult to put your AirPods in your ear?" And I'm like, "Well, if you're watching, you can see it. If you go look at my picture, sometimes you can see it. But I have two piercings in my ear, one on the inside cartilage, and then one on that little doodad piece of cartilage that
The other
sticks off
card.
of your ear.
Yeah, the little pokey outer thing.
Yeah. Um, and so they're both pierced."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's like, "Oh, is it hard to get your AirPods in? AirBuds or
But you were at
AirPods,
least
whatever."
wearing your AirPods, right?
I was not wearing any headphones. No, I was not. He just asked if it was hard for me to get them, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's pretty difficult for me to get them." Yeah, he's like, "I would think so, because those piercings," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's." I was like, "Yeah, I use the overhead," and so this whole time, mind you, I'm waiting to go make my order, and there's no one standing at the register. Like the person in front of me ordered moved, but then yet the girl to take the order is also moving. Like I'm like, please come take my order.
Someone help me.
Just end
Do
this
the hand signal
conversation.
where you just go,
Yes. And
cover your thumb.
so he's talking. I'm like, I turned to the overhead headphones because they stay better. He goes, yeah, those seem like social deterrents. And I'm like, yeah, I usually turn on the mode where I can't hear people. And he's like, yeah, those I've seen those. And all of a sudden, the lady comes up, and I'm like, oh, good, it's my turn to go get my order. So I go put my order in. He was behind me, and so I put my order in. I go over right at Starbucks. You put your order, then you walk over to the pickup side to where they call your name for the order to be ready. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, I think like the conversation's over. We don't have to worry about it. Well, now I'm standing there waiting for my order, and he comes up again to me. And he's like, "Did you check this out?" Kind of showing me his phone now. He has his coffee in hand, mind you. So he
Oh,
he
he already
obviously
got his
got a
drink.
black coffee, regular coffee, has a coffee in his hand already, but he wants to carry on the conversation. So he comes and he's like, "Have you seen this? The new AirBuds coming up? They translate. They can translate it's language, right?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I saw that." He's all, "Yeah, so like if I was dating a Latina woman, and this guy's white. If I was dating a Latina woman and she spoke Spanish, I would probably need them, and she would probably need them, so we could communicate, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, probably for sure. I don't know how they work." I was like, "Yeah," and he's still
Bold of
standing there,
him.
right? So I'm like, yeah, I think nail salons, because at nail salons, which is really cool. I actually, this is brilliant. One time, apparently they don't have the languages yet, but sometimes when I feel like I'm at nail salons, like I feel like they're talking about me.
They are.
And so if I could just hear what they were saying sometimes, it'd be fun just to listen. Because I don't mind them talking about me. I just want to know what they're saying,
Sure.
because I would laugh with them. Or if they're talking about anybody. I love people watching, and then I'm probably thinking the same thing they're saying. Either way, I was like, yeah, I would take mine to the nail salon. And then he goes, oh, you think that's like a culture thing? You know, like the Asian culture. For I'm like, whoa, buddy, like, we're getting we're getting into like crazy waters here, and
I
I'm like,
just want my
well,
coffee.
yeah, my friend owns. So I'm like, my friend owns a salon. I changed the subject. Well, not completely, but I'm like something on. I don't like to talk about political. I don't like to talk about race. I don't like to talk about these things mostly because I don't. Number one, kind of really don't care, which is kind of bad. But also, like, I'm not knowledgeable enough to have
Mm-hmm.
like the facts in my
Yeah.
brain as to why all of these are happening. And I'm like, oh yeah, my friend just opened up a salon. It's beautiful. I told him the salon, and I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, that's right. It's the Latina culture too, isn't it? I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's like, he's like that comedian, right? She has a stand up, and right. I was like, yeah, that comedian. And right as like I'm saying this, as it's getting super awkward, they call my name for my drink, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, Lord." I grabbed my drink, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, have a great day." And he walks into the store, and I walk out of the store, and I was just like, "This is just
So you have
happened."
a new friend you didn't tell me about. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, was
Interesting.
he hitting on me? Like,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I'm wearing my ring. My ring is like, it's pretty noticeable. I
Nobody goes and taps on someone for basic conversation. Like
I
what
think they do. I think people have basic conversations in this world.
if no? Hold on. Like okay, so I go to physical therapy 48 times a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sit down if someone is in front of me and we're just sitting in the waiting room. Yes, absolutely. Or even if we're on the tables in the back,
Well, we were
I will.
sitting there in line waiting
But
for our
everybody's
coffee.
facing the same direction in line compared to if we're sitting in the waiting room, we're facing each other.
I see what
So you
you
don't
mean.
have the like you have to. And then I'm also at the table right next to someone else, right? And I seriously have gone there 60 times in this year because I go a lot. I got a lot of ailments, whatever.
Like, what are you in here for?
Yeah. What are you? First time? Me
I
neither. And I know all of the other physical therapists. So for me to say, like, jump into their conversations because they jump into mine. So it's just kind of that very friendly there. And it's easy for me to jump into their conversations, right? But if somebody was standing in front of me in line, not facing me, it's pretty bold to just be like,
tap tap tap.
"Pardon
Yeah,
me, pardon me,
yeah.
pardon me,
It was.
lovely
I.
Latina."
To be fair, like it's been a minute. Like I don't, and maybe I'm just oblivious to people hitting on me
Sure.
because I'm so socially awkward that I'm
Yep.
like, hi, I can't talk. I need to leave. Um, but I didn't feel like he was hitting on me
Mm-hmm.
until he started talking about like if I had a Latina girlfriend,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
that
okay,
was
so he's trying to tell me that he's single because he said if I had a Latina girlfriend, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Ring, I'm married, but I didn't say it, but because he wasn't being like, listen, he wasn't being rude, he wasn't being honest, like it wasn't creepy, like he wasn't being I don't know how to say it. Like, and maybe it's because he like was dressed kind of nice, and maybe if he was looking kind of sloppy, I might have felt it more creepy because we had this conversation
if
too.
he was hotter, you would have been all about it. You would have been all flattered. You probably would have took your ring off and been like, "What? Yeah, what?
Hide it, turn it
Everyone's? Oh my
around. Like,
god,
what are you talking
absolutely.
about?
Yes, I'm a
Um,
Latina. I speak
I
Espanol.
I'm also a Latina.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he wasn't a 10. You were like, oh, brother. Oh, what is that?
But I
Yeah,
wasn't because I'm always so not like I want to be nice to people. I want people to feel seen and heard, right? So if you're trying to have a conversation with me, I'm gonna try and make you feel heard,
hmm.
but I'm also awkward.
What if she was?
She?
What if she
Okay.
was a very pretty lady? Not hitting on you or anything, just a very pretty lady. And
Mm-hmm.
she was, excuse me. You would be like, oh, and you would have been fine with the conversation. Equally so, if it was a super handsome guy, I mean, 6'2", 6'3", obviously flat abs, and he was like, excuse me, and then asked you about your piercings, she'd be like, oh my God. You would have been smitten. But because he was an average dude, a solid probably 6, 5.5 on a good day, if, he's just waking up, you look at him like, that's a little awkward. It's a little
Maybe,
awkward. And
maybe.
no, there's no maybe. There's no maybe. That's
But
I'm not even
I mean, to be fair, like to have the confidence to go up to someone and talk to them
sure.
these days is big. So good on him for that.
Is it? I talk to everybody.
I mean, for me, like to go, it takes a lot. So for some people, it takes a lot to go up and talk to somebody new,
Sure.
or to start a conversation, or to keep a conversation going. So I guess I need to make sure that if someone's talking to me, I try to keep the conversation going, or try, which I did, to be fair. And then it got kind of weird, the things he was
I'm
saying.
not being
And I was
judgy
like, okay, I can't.
because I would have done the same thing. If I'm in line and some, five of a woman comes and like taps me, I'd be like, okay, hi, yeah, how's it going? I'd be nice. I'm not gonna be rude. But if she was a 10, I'd be like, yes, ma'am. My voice might get a little bit deeper. I might puff, my chest might puff up just a little bit more. But at the same time, if it was a dude who was like a handsome, rugged type of a guy who was like, hey, man, and was talking to me, I'd be like, a lot less awkward to talk to him than if it was some goofy dude. I'd be like, okay, this guy,
Sure.
it's just, it's pretty privileged. It's a true story. You don't know that you have it. You do. But you don't know that you have it, but you do. Everybody wants to talk to you, and like, you are. You said, I don't know if I'm oblivious. Let me be the one. Let me be the one to answer that. You're oblivious.
Well, and it's funny too, because like growing up, didn't realize it,
Yeah.
right? I always was a tomboy. I was like always in like all the different sports, like didn't really get dressed up dressy. When I did, it was like I used to love getting new dresses and things like that. But I didn't really realize. I mean, because my nana and my mom, people were like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, no, you're supposed to tell me
You're
that."
supposed to.
And I think I got bullied a little bit when I was younger. So like I was very much so like intimidated by that. And then
You were bullied because you were a tomboy and you were cute, and those girls were not tomboys, and you were hanging out with them, and they're
mhm.
like, this
I
heifer.
know I was hanging out with the boys. It was so much
Yeah, and
funner back
that's
then.
why you were being mean girled, and you didn't know it.
Right. I mean, hindsight, now I know
Yeah,
it, right? And so, but it really took a toll on the way I saw myself and the way that I was. I was like, I didn't ever think I was like pretty.
you totally could have been a Lizzie Lohan in your own story. You could have totally been like, I'm gonna go turn around and hang out with all the pretty girls, because all the pretty girls like.
To be
But
fair, I tried sometimes.
like eliminating the tomboy part and then going and hanging out with just the
Well,
girls.
no, because
That's
then
my
I
point.
get well.
Because
So then, as I
she,
got a little bit older,
it's the whole point of the movie.
when you start hitting puberty, and the boys, you start separating. And to be fair though, like in the time, I think it was like around sixth grade
Sure.
when that starts happening, right? And you
Yeah, to
like
you,
start hanging out with the girls and
eighth
not the
grade for me, I
boys,
think.
which kind of was like bitter, like sad for me, because I was like, but I just want to go play soccer. I just want to go play basketball. But the girls are like, ew, no, we're not gonna do that. And
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
get sweaty.
okay, I won't, but I want to. Um, and so a long time, I mean, even into high school, even into all that, like I didn't really come into my confidence. It took me a while. I want to say like a long while to come
Sure.
into my confidence. Even still now, I struggle with it, but I'm a lot better now. I see myself, and I'm very happy, and I feel very blessed. I feel like if I could go back to tell me,
Hashtag blessed.
yeah, back in the day, like you take this and you run with it and you take advantage of it, like of all of the things that you could do and get, and
But
you're worth so much more
we've
and
had
you
those
can do
conversations.
so much more.
Would you have listened?
That's what we talk about, right? Like,
Yeah.
but if it's future me,
You'd be
you
like,
would think so, right?
you ain't future me. You don't know nothing.
You would think so. Like your future me. It was funny because we were doing, I was doing some AI fun pictures last night,
Sure.
putting us back into the
Yeah.
Y2K
No, just you.
era. And both of us, they were both in the
Yeah,
Y2K
you
era.
and some model guy that you found.
No, it looked like you. I'm gonna post it just because now you're talking, and it looked like you. It looked like
Sure.
Cisco in sync version of you.
I feel like Bad
But
Bunny.
anyways, I was thinking about, because we wouldn't have been the same age back in those days.
Relax.
So it's fun to see the picture. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, to see the picture of us both, like, in a high school setting
Sure.
at the same age together. Um, See, I don't know where I was going with
I
this,
don't
because
know, but I
I
totally
just
would have
have
hit
the
on you.
picture. I just have the image of you as like the Cisco hair.
Yeah, the guy had abs too.
Yeah, it was
I ain't
funny.
never had abs in my life.
Anyways, to go back and talk to myself, then what would we have listened?
Brad Paisley has one of the best songs in country music history. It's called Letter to Me.
Mm-hmm.
If I could write a letter to me, when I was 17. And then he even puts like, first I'd prove it to me by saying, and then like he'd
Yeah.
say something that only he would know. And you're just like, oh crap, maybe it really is.
Ooh.
And then, but all you have is a letter.
Yeah.
See, I think in that case, you're not talking, you just give a letter of like, hey, you make sure you do this, make sure you don't do that, and make sure you avoid this, or you go and try this. If you did that, and again, you could prove to yourself that you are you, maybe in that case. But if you, as an adult, because you're still an adult right now, were to go to talk to young you, she'd be like, oh my God, you're so dumb.
No, I don't think so. I think young me would think I'm super cool. I think I've posted that before. I think young me would look at me and be like, so excited to get to be in the life that I am, to wear the things that I do, to look the way that I do. I think young me would look at me and just be like, wow, that's going to be me, and be so excited for life. And to know, like, you have to go through these battles. You have to go through, you're going to have some hard times in your life where you don't think you can go on, where you feel worthless and you feel like just things aren't going to work out or aren't working out for you, and how are they going to change or look up. But to know that you'll make it through and you're going to be here and you're going to be standing strong
Yeah.
and building this amazing life and this amazing future.
And
I
your
mean,
world
young
is
me
not
would,
ending.
no, it's not.
Right.
And because I think so much time when we're teenagers and we're young, even young 20s, you're looking at your life through this very
Tunnel vision.
narrow hallway, right? Of like, this is all there is. This is all there is. This is going to be my life. A lot, I mean, I feel like a lot of people do. There are some people out there that are just visionaries and are amazing from day one, and I've
Just
seen
got to
them,
figure it out.
and I'm so amazed by them all the time. But some of us have this narrow vision
Mm-hmm.
going through life, and you don't see past it. And I can see it in our kids, right? They're getting that tunnel vision, and I'm like,
Yep.
no, there's more. There's more, right? All of them right now, all of our teenagers, including Noah,
Including our
our
21-year-old.
21-year-old. I'm like, there's more. Don't tunnel yourself. You're tunneling yourself. There's so much more out there. The opportunities are endless.
Yep.
And of course, and it was funny, I think it's so amazing with what we're doing with our podcast and the people that we've got to meet and reach out to, right? We got to talk to this gentleman at one of our networking events.
Yeah.
He's a psychologist, and he works with athletes.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
yeah, and so to hear the things and the mindsets and how much it affects, you don't think about it, right? Especially as an athlete, you think about, okay, you need to be physically strong and
Of course.
physically tough and all these things physical, but a lot of people forget the mental side of it.
But he was digging deep in that mental side. It wasn't just, hey, if you're sad, say something. Hey, if you're
Mhm.
intimidated, say something. Heck no, he was talking about like identifying your purpose. And is your purpose like, hey, like with Mariano, it's like right now he's playing defense, even though he wants to play receiver, he's playing defense. Okay, well, what's your purpose on being on defense right now? Just getting through the season and hoping for your best? No, you need to, okay, I want to put some video out there. Hopefully I can get recruited and actually get out there and make a difference for my team, help us win, right? Okay, what does it take to do that?
Mhm.
Not practice. We're not talking about anything. We're talking about mentally. What does it take? Every
Mhm.
play, like pick your chest up, pick your shoulders, pick your chin up. Make sure that you're actually going out there and you're playing against the guy that you're going to try to do your best to intimidate and dominate the guy that's in front of you, but it has to be mental, not just physical.
Right.
And he was getting into that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing because those are things we learn later on now in life, and hopefully we can pass them on to our kids.
Mm-hmm.
But to say, like, you can build a life that you choose, and
Yeah.
it's not always going to be. I listened to the Mel Robbins podcast, and Emma Greed. She was on the show. She is the co-owner, founder of Skims, Good American, and Safely, all the Kardashian
Mm-hmm.
brands things, right?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, she's like, if you listen to any other podcast other than ours, Mel Robbins, that specific episode, if you're looking for personal growth
After
and
this episode.
yeah, after this personal growth and some motivation, listen to that episode. But one of the things she talked about was the rule of thirds. Like a third of the time, you're gonna feel amazing doing what you're doing. You're gonna feel great and happy and all in. A third of the time, you're gonna feel like, meh, I'm all right. This is good. And then the third of the time, you're gonna feel like down and low. And if you just take it and say, okay, this is only a portion of the time, whatever it may be, whether it be the season of your life, whether it be something that you're chasing a goal, to know that there are going to be the rule of thirds that it's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen in, then you know that this is going to pass, and then I'm going to have another moment. It's going to get up, or it's going to grow. It's going to go out. You got to be ready for the ups and downs. You
Ain't
got to
no
stay humble in
mountain
it, right?
high, ain't no valley low.
Yes, and just knowing that mentally and being mentally strong in
Yep,
it helps you continue on.
absolutely.
And I think that's just one of the biggest things. I would go back and tell myself, that young me, to be like, you got this, you can do it. Even though she'd think I'm so cool. I mean, I'm just looking, even the stuff behind me, right? Like all the Jasmine stuff and the Aladdin things, and you brought me my little Aladdin cup. Um, yeah, all the things that I see young me would have loved as an adult in my future now and seeing it, I'm like, this is great.
I
So I have to
think
remember that. Sometimes you have to remember that. Like, I'm pretty cool.
young me would be like, "What do you mean you don't work? What are you, you're just done working? Like, are you sure?" I worked all the time as a kid. Uh, 14 for the summers, 15 for the summers, 16 as soon as I turned 16. Literally like 4 days later, I was working at Taco Villa. We talk about Taco Villa. Shout out. I want a combination burrito right now. Anyway, um, young me would for sure be like, how are we not working? Like, what are we poor? Oh no, what'd you do? And I'd have to explain to him what retirement is because I didn't know it at that
Mm-hmm.
time. I'd have to explain to him what a pension is, and I didn't know it at the time. And yeah, you don't actually have to work till you're 60 or 65 and wait for Social Security and all that stuff. You can actually get it done a lot sooner. Just make sure you're paying attention. And if I could give myself the one bit that would, I think, most drastically change my life is like, let's pay more attention to all this money we're making.
Mm-hmm.
I was working my tail off,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just spending like a crazy man. Because I didn't have a lot when I was growing up.
Right.
So when I had the opportunity to get stuff, I'm like, I want it, I want it, I want it. And then I get it, and then you're just like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's dumb. Because it's not really like nowadays. I mean, hey, look at the shirt. Like I will wear this shirt
And that was a
and
free
shirts
shirt.
like it. This was a free shirt. It was a free shirt from when I was working for the Air National Guard. Go AG.
Look at them getting free
Merch.
marketing.
Yeah, you're
Free
welcome.
marketing.
Hey, hit me up, man. Come on, what's up? Anyways, it, I as far as materialistic things go, I could not possibly care less. It just I was at a point whenever I was younger because we didn't have a ton of money that I didn't want to be known as poor because we went to a more higher end high school. There was only two of them in Odessa, but I didn't want to be made fun of like you were getting at because of course the kids are mean as heck, and so now I'm like, oh dude, I'm good. Like make fun of me, don't make fun. I don't, does not bother me. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my life. We're pretty good, man. We're pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the one thing that I would just say, hey, just pay attention to your finances, especially when I first joined the Air Force. How awesome it would have been to just put a little bit more money away into that old thrift savings plan. Uh,
So if you're a young airman listening
coulda,
now,
shoulda,
go
woulda.
do it.
At least
Start
5%, bro.
saving.
At least 5%.
What did we hear the other day? What was really good is you are buying a piece of your future.
You are buying your future right now.
Mm-hmm.
You are buying
Putting
your future right
savings
now.
away, you're buying a
And
piece
it's
of
the
your
hardest
future.
thing to see as a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
To see, luckily, that is the one thing. Noah don't listen to us for crap. That is the one thing that he is actually putting money away where he can't see it, and it's not gonna like he's good, and it's just gonna grow. So hopefully by the time if he does 20 like I did, he's gonna look at that account and he's gonna be like, oh my word, that is a lot of money
Yep.
because percentages, especially when you get raises every other year, pretty good, pretty good.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the one thing that I would tell little bitty old me.
Yeah. It's funny to like think back on that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we are in such an amazing position to reach out to so many people now and to share our stories. We're not experts, right?
No,
We just live the life and we do the things and we
I
just hope.
spent most of my life up to this point effing it up. That's how we know how to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And that's, hey,
Oh, and
for
I
people,
mean, studying and the things that we like fall into, and we were talking about alignment and what you're supposed to do,
yeah,
and what's meant for you will come, and just don't force things that aren't meant to be, and carry on with things that feel natural. And if you're having a hard time finding things, I always had a hard time like finding what comes natural to me,
yeah.
right? How do you do that? Um, and I could probably do a whole nother episode on it, which I'm
I
gonna.
literally do every episode of what comes natural to me. I just talk.
You just talk, right? Well, this comes natural.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was talking to my mom about
Mm.
it, and I'm like, people are like, "How do you guys do that? How do you go on camera and talk?" And I'm like, it's actually just really easy. And maybe it's just because of our chemistry
Sure.
and how we are. And we just talk like this. Like, literally, we talk like this to each other all the time.
Right.
Like, if you could record our day, like, when we're together, this is how we talk.
I
This
know,
is
how
how we
annoying,
are.
gross.
Huh?
I said, how annoying, gross.
Yeah. But it really is. So this is us just coming on here and naturally sharing what we do.
Right.
And that's like, I don't know if we ever talked about the origin of Herms House on here, maybe a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But as we are talking and networking and making this show happen and reaching out to a bigger audience, it's like, yeah, we have always been those like people that everyone came to and we would just talk about all the things and be real and be honest about all the conversations.
And non-biased. Let's go there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Non-biased, because truly, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the truth, how I see it, and this is what I think you should or shouldn't do.
Mhm.
Take my advice or don't. It is not gonna affect. I'm still gonna wake up tomorrow morning. And I'm still gonna do the exact same thing I do every day.
And I have a good way of helping people communicate
Mhm.
as far as like, this is how they meant it, right? Yes. And then getting on the person, oh, this is how they meant it. And like really good at getting people to talk about things.
Yeah.
And then it's just helpful in that, which, it comes in handy.
Yeah.
And helps on here and helps what we do, which is
So
exciting. And thank you
so
all
I've been
for
told
listening and
to listen.
continue to
Thank you for
listen
listening to the TED Talk.
and sharing our show.
Yeah.
But we should
But-
do a TED Talk.
No, I don't know what a TED Talk is, so I'm
Really?
in. I
No,
don't
they're
know.
good. They're like people
I'll
going
call it a
on.
Herm Talk. Hi, I'm Herm. No, absolutely. Hey, if you got to this far in the episode, do us a favor. Share the episode.
Mhm.
Give us a little thumbs up, a little
Someone that might
subscription.
need it.
Send it to your friends, or just post it on your story or on your what is it, posts, I guess.
Yeah, you can do it right
on your
now. You
feed.
hit pause.
You go
You're
ahead
streaming.
and pause. Knock it out and do your thing.
This is the future. Hit
That'd
pause.
be great. You can hit pause.
Go share. Go
And
like.
then-
Not if you're driving.
No.
Pull over if you're
Sure.
driving.
Yeah.
Hit
And
pause.
that'd be very helpful.
Go
We really
share.
appreciate it.
Take a selfie
Mhm.
and then tag us in it. And we'll repost you
Yeah.
on our stories on
Heck yeah.
Instagram or
Abs-
Facebook, either one.
As long as your shirt's on, don't be weird. Just saying. But anyways, with that said, I have to leave.
I know you.
I gotta go all the way to Phoenix, like 2 hours away from here, to go watch my daughter run for half an hour, and then we're gonna drive back. Hopefully, make Mariano's game at the very end, the back end of his game. We'll see, because that's where you're gonna be going.
Yes,
after
I'm a
this.
little like it's been really stormy
Lots
here.
of storms, man.
So pray for us.
I'm gonna drive.
Pray for
I'm gonna
safety.
drive all the way up there, and then be like, "Sorry, it's canceled," and I'm gonna have to
I know,
pick up my
that's
kid
what I
and
was,
drive
like,
back.
seeing.
Whatever. We'll
if
see
it
how it
gets
goes.
canceled.
But yeah,
Just
with
be
that
safe.
said, we do ask that you don't have to go home. Just got to get the heck out of here because we got stuff to do. So it's great talking to y'all. So love you. Bye.
Bye.